Hey, good morning, everyone. Today is Saturday, July 5th, 2025. It's crazy we're already in July. I feel like I say that every month. It's crazy we're in July. So today's Saturday. We're leaving for Gooding Day, which is super exciting. I've been talking about it all week. It's pretty nice. So we got to go pick up Roman at noon. I need to make the video logs in the morning. I need to show Mom watering my plants, and then we're leaving at 3. So she's going to get back around 2:30. I got to show her how to do that while I'm gone. We're leaving at 3. And I want to take my planner and then have goals while I'm there. I need to pack for the trip still. I got an hour left, whatever. And then my other goals were to wake up at 7:30, take my focus meds, and take out the trash. All 3 of those ones are done. And I'm working on the video logs right now. I'm catching up for the 30th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of June and July. So catching up. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. I have been slacking on video logs. I don't know why, dude. And I just kept having this thought, dang, Wednesday morning could have been the last video log I ever make. That'd just be wild. Just end it right there. And then just the other day, I was just nah, it's not my style. I'll be fine. I think I'll figure it out. So here I am figuring it out. It's not fun by any means, but I am doing it. So that'll be pretty nice. I don't know if I'm going to be able to record video logs while I'm in Gooding, but I'll just write something down if I want to have a daily thought or something interesting happens. Yeah. I don't have a lot of space on Sundays, so I don't know if I want to actually write goals or just write the occurrences for the day. So, yeah, I'll figure it out. And I obviously will do an evening video log for tonight until I get back and let you all know how it goes. So, yeah, I'll see you tonight, which is actually going to be Monday day. So, yeah. All right, I'll see you guys. Have a good one. Peace.
One eternity later.
Hey, good evening, everyone. This will be a recovery video log for July 5th, 2025. It was a Saturday, and we had left for Gooding this day, so I might have looked completely different in the morning. I don't remember particularly, but yeah, I laid out some goals, and I actually achieved all of them. So they were video logs in the morning, Roman at noon, show Mom how to water my plants when she gets home before we leave at 3, another goal. Take my planner with me, pack for the trip before we go, obviously. Wake up at 7:30 so I can get everything prepped, and then take my focus meds, take out the trash, and then make a morning video log. So, what did I do? I don't know why I checked off video logs in the morning. I don't know what I recorded this morning, honestly. I really don't. Maybe it was recovery for the first? No. It was recovery for the second. Sounds right. Whatever. So anyways, we, after I made the video log, we, packed for the trip. Ava and I got our bags and blankets and pillows and everything together and brought them all downstairs. And then, I went and dropped them off over at Summer's house so they could hang out with Summer and help her pack and, get Yvette ready. And then, came back and packed everything in the car once my mom got home because she was using, her car that we were taking to Gooding. And then I showed her how to water my plants in the garden. I dug out irrigation trenches so the water could just basically flow where it needed to go. And then packed everything in the car, headed to pick up the group. And then we packed all Summer and Yvette's stuff in the trunk of the car and headed off towards Gooding. Just about right on time, honestly. I think we left around 3:30 to 4. Pretty good time. And then we got there around 5:30 to 6. And went to a birthday barbecue at Hope's house. Hope is a friend of Juan. I mean, she's a family friend. She's super cool. I love Hope. But we met her through Juan and Ashlee, who all 3 had birthdays in the same 10-day span. So they were all just celebrating together. And first thing we did was eat food, hamburgers and hot dogs they'd set out. And we were just chilling. Roman got in the pool and played with another kid that was there in Yvette. And we ended up talking about politics. Someone had jokingly brought up politics. And I was like, dude, don't even get me started. I can talk someone's ear off about political and economic policy. And Ava was just don't get him started. They got me started, bro. It was great. So yeah, we talked for probably an hour and a half. It was amazing, dude. They were super open to their to my political discussions and totally understanding that most of the divisive issues aren't political issues. I thought that was so sick. And then they were sharing their perspectives about things that were going on, and they were telling me They were telling me that it was increasingly clear that the economy is stalling. I was like, who are you people? You're the best. And like we met them before, they were super super nice. And we had like we hadn't stayed in their house. We got a hotel when we were like over at their house. We like played Jackbox TV with them like probably a year and a half to 2.5 years ago, and like gosh, that was such a good memory. And I had no idea I wanted to become president at that point. Like I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, you know. And so hearing about it now, I'm like, it's opened so many doors into new conversations that would literally have just not been possible before. Like it was so cool. And then Hope's brother, cousin, Jaden, shout out Jaden, you're the homie, bro. He was super cool. He's a super tall dude. He worked at like shipping, like he cleaned, like power washed like semi trucks. It was really cool. And we had like a super good political discussion. He was asking me about like libertarianism. He was asking me about wasn't Charlie? I think it wasn't Charlie Kirk, but it was Charlie Kirk. He asked me like, what my opinion was on Charlie Kirk, and I was just like, you know, like I think what is Charlie? Is he the guy I'm thinking of? Kirk's political views. A conservative talk show. He's publicly promoted conservative, right-wing activist, white nationalist. Who is Charlie Kirk? Okay, so he's just Republican, but he's not. He obviously isn't like a Republican. So he gives a lot of social issue conversations to people who are generally uneducated on topics or not the best like debaters. Like he'll like to go to college campuses and stuff. Who texted me? Corey, we leave 7:30. Yes, sir. And so I kind of like explained like if he were willing to go and debate people who knew what they were talking about, I'd respect him so much more. You know, and so it's like obviously, if I were to sit there and debate him, I would really, really try and just be like, dude, these aren't policy issues. You can't hammer home abortion. It's not a policy issue. You're trying to use policy to solve a social problem. That steps into fascism, right? And so I'm sitting here just like, it doesn't work to use policy to solve social issues. And that's what I talked about, is most conservatives have to hammer home social issues because it's the only way they can get support for unpopular policy. Like, it's just genuinely unpopular policy. Pro-ownership doesn't work when 70 to 80% of Americans don't own assets. We all own liabilities. Like, we all own cars. We don't own... When I say own, I mean fully. So, we don't own our houses fully, right? They're owned by the banks, who we're paying. Right? We don't own the houses. We don't own businesses. We don't own stocks. We own shares of the S&P 500. I don't own portions of a company and have say in what the company does. I just don't do that. Like, it doesn't happen, right? And so I'm just like, you gotta understand, social issues don't matter. Like, they truthfully don't matter on a political platform unless you're just trying to get views. That's Charlie Kirk. We talked about libertarianism, where it's like you can have Democratic and Republican libertarians, people who swing both ways and go, you know, libertarianism would be better this way, it would be better this way, it would be better this way. Like, there's all four different ways, right? You can have a libertarian who believes in massive government deficits. You can have a libertarian who believes a balanced budget with a surplus is better. They come in. That's one of those things where it's kind of like you don't know who they are, right? They just believe the government should have hands off, right? And so we had a great conversation about that. It was really good fun. But yeah, we ended up leaving around 8:30 and going to Juan's house to get settled in. It was a really small space, like much smaller than I expected. But I set up my air mattress and set up the kids so they could have a place to sleep too, and let them be occupied. I let them play my DS for a little while. And then Ava was out with Juan and Matt to see some other friends. I think they went to a bar or something. Whatever. And I was basically asleep by the time they got back. I was like slumped. Absolutely slumped. And then Roman was having some troubles going to sleep. Like, he was really, really fighting going to bed. And so Ava dealt with it, like, spectacularly. I was super impressed. And then in the middle of the night, the AC was running full blast all night. So she wakes me up and was like, hey, it's really cold. I need you to come lay with me to keep me warm. And I was like, sick. Like, I was sleeping on an air mattress. She was sleeping on a bigger air mattress. So I just got up, laid with her. It was really nice being warm. It was really, really nice. But, yeah, I kind of already shared a little bit about it. But my daily thought is about political discussions being much more calm, sophisticated, and open in person. Like, so much more than online. I feel like online, it's really easy for people to remove the humanity aspect and just being like, yeah, let's kick out every illegal immigrant. All of them? Yes. And I don't care if they go to El Salvador. Doesn't make a difference in my life. But in person, it's so much more difficult to have that opinion, to say to someone's face, because you're going to be met with, what the fuck? You are an insane creature. You are an actual insane creature. And so it's like, I hope people understand that, like, when you go out and meet people, they're so much cooler than you realize. Like, they're so much more chill than you realize. Like, unless you grow up in a house where it's like Fox News on blast 24/7, most people are really chill and really, really open. And it's like, you can be socially conservative, but believe progressive policies are better, and believe the country needs to progress politically, and also remain man, wife, home. Like, that's fine. Your view on social issues is fine. At a high level of consciousness, you realize social issues don't matter. Everyone's going to act the way they want to act, whether we want them to act like that or not. If we outlawed things that people are going to do no matter what, it's just going to make more criminals. Like, it doesn't matter, you know? It's like, it's not the downfall of society to accept that people's lives are going to be lived the way they want to live them. That's fine. It's the downfall of society when we have a small group of people absolutely unbalanced dictating what we do. That's the downfall of a good society. No dictatorship country has ever thrived and survived into the modern age, and like really, really stepped up and made a good place for people. Like, it just doesn't happen. You have to work together, you know? But yeah, just wanted to share that. It's like, it's really interesting how much better political conversations are in person. So yeah, I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful July 5th. I know I did, and see y'all tomorrow. Peace.